These were my very first screwdrivers. Hey, welcome to my channel. This is the Boy Mechanic channel. I appreciate you stopping in. I'm very new to YouTube, and I figured I would just start off this channel with some tool reviews to get practice making YouTube videos. The main purpose of this channel is actually to explore projects and skill sets from the early 1900s projects for boys. But I want to start off with some tool reviews because to do projects you need some tools, and I need practice making YouTube videos. So let's get into the review of these tools that I've had since I was a kid. First off, we have a Husky brand flathead screwdriver. Part number, I think this is the part number 667-305 RHD. The other one I have here, CTC 5120-764-8058. Does not seem to have a brand on it unless that's the CTC. I didn't look it up. So I inherited these two particular tools from my dad when I was a kid. He got some nicer ones and he passed off some of the poorer ones to me. It's all good, you know, as being a kid, having your own tools to do your own projects was great. So what did I use these for? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I used them for their intended purpose, to tighten and loosen screws. Since this was one of my very first tools, I used them for a whole variety of other reasons, as I'm sure you probably did too. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit of what I did. So, what did I use these tools for, you might ask? Well, I scraped things with them, scraped paint off, scraped mud off my boots, I scraped all sorts of stuff. Just used it to clean crud off of parts. I think I even used them at one point to scrape rust off of a part that I got from my grandma that I was trying to refurbish. I also happened to use these when I wanted to make some extra money from my parents, and I would use it to dig into that concrete to pull weeds, get at the weeds. I just didn't like clip the weeds, but my family was really into getting the root getting the root for the weeds. So that's what I did. I used the tools I had available to dig that root out so I could get paid. So, a couple little features on this one in particular. This one has been put through the ringer. I've dented it, banged it, started grinding on it. I've custom ground it. I don't know if you can see that. I also seem to have a pit on there. You know, I used the screwdriver to pry things up, which it's not its intended purpose, but it's a tool. The other cool feature about this thing is it has a little square fitting for ratchet wrench set. Imagine you'd probably stick it into your piece and then you'd be able to hook up your wrench to it with your square socket and be able to actually open something. I've never had any luck with this head. That's another thing. I've used the chisel portion to chisel something. You know, you whack the end with the hammer until you chisel something out. I did it for both of these. For you to look at the Husky seems to have some roughened surface right there. Not sure the purpose of that, if it's maybe grip. I never actually looked into it. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. But just pointing it out to you guys. Well, anyways, screwdrivers. These were my very first. I think I also had a Phillips head, but I couldn't find it for this video. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. I'm learning YouTube, and I just wanted to point out that having screwdrivers is a good thing as you work on your own projects. I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here, since this is my first YouTube video. Screwdrivers, very good tool for a first tool for you to work on your projects. Highly recommend if you don't have any tools that you look into grabbing some screwdrivers. You can go find them used, you can buy them new, but they'll work for whatever you need to put them to. And if they break, well, you can get yourself a new one. These have been around for quite a while, so they very rarely break. Really appreciate you guys' time. and to watch my video, and we'll see you on the next one.